What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is G, and today we're going to be taking a look at the GKS SMG for Black Ops 4. Before I do get into the video, I just want to make a quick reminder that if you would like to support me and all my YouTube endeavors, you can definitely do so by liking this video. It'll help me out tremendously with the YouTube's algorithm. And if you're new to the channel and you want to know what I'm all about, I am simply just a guy that likes playing FPS games, mainly Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Destiny. So if that's something that you'll be interested in watching, definitely consider subscribing. It's completely free and no cost to you, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. But with that being said, let's get straight to the point of this video. So the GKS, man, so this one is a pretty strange SMG. Its design was pretty unique when I first was reading into it. Of course, you know, as we all know, Black Ops 4 was one of those games where it was caught in the unfortunate situation where, you know, Fortnite was pretty much taking it by storm. It was, when it was first released, it was completely horrible and unplayable. So I never really got to really max out all the SMGs, and it wasn't until right now we're sort of kind of in a drought period for Call of Duty. We're just waiting for Call of Duty Vanguard, which some of us already kind of have a bad feeling that it's going to be a pretty bad game, but I'm still trying to be optimistic and to stay afloat and keep me on that positive mindset. I went back to all the old games such as World War II and Black Ops 4 to really max out all those guns, and the next one online was the GKS. So when I read through this whole selection of, you know, what the gun was, you know, what it was supposed to do, it kind of gave me vibes that this gun was almost like a hybrid. You know, it was an assault rifle mixed with an SMG, but not, you know, really equally, because like I mentioned, Black Ops 4 has been pretty much known for having so many weird designs, and the SMGs in Black Ops 4 are pretty accurate from distance in itself, so they don't need this kind of weird designs, unless you, of course, if you're using the Spitfire, which we all know has a pretty high recoil, but it can still be pretty accurate if you are pretty good at you know, controlling that recoil. So this gun was sort of kind of left kind of, you know, not really good, but not that bad either, because I will say this for sure, it is pretty accurate. It is deadly accurate, man. From a distance, you know, close range, it is pretty accurate. And the only thing that I will then have to say as a con to that matter is because of its accuracy, it pretty much hinders its performance, and they kind of had to take something out to kind of make it more balanced, and what they decided to do was pretty much reduce the firepower of it. So it is accurate, but at the same time it's pretty weak in itself. It is a pea shooter in my opinion. You probably gonna have to land like a couple of shots. I think I hit like this one person like 4 or 5 times in one game, and that person literally was still alive, and it was just insane. So to an aggressive person that will like to get into someone's spawn area and try to melt down a whole team, it's probably not going to happen unless you do run into a team that has no idea what they're doing and they're late to react. Then you probably are going to be able to, you know, completely wipe them out. But if you run to 2 people that are pretty decent at the game and have a pretty quick reaction time, you're not gonna, you know, get those kills, because it will probably take you like maybe 4 or 5 shots, so a total of 10 shots to kill both of them, and that is gonna be pretty hard to do considering there's gonna be 2 people, and for all you know, they're probably gonna be using like a VMP. As we all know, people are still sweating their asses off in this game, so it is pretty much unbalanced in a way, because it has its pretty, you know, negative aspect of being so weak, right? It isn't until you do unlock the operator mod that this gun does become a little bit more decent and a lot more fun to use, because now it really just becomes like a straight up assault rifle in the form of an SMG. You know, like the operator mod is pretty much just a 4-burst shot, so you just kind of have to click the trigger and you'll continue to just be spreading. And I'm a huge fan of, you know, burst weapons. I remember the first burst gun that I ever used the most was the G11 for Black Ops 1, and I know most of you probably don't even remember Black Ops 1, and I feel old even saying that, but it is insane that most of you watching this probably don't even remember Black Ops 1 or never even played it. You guys missed out. I'm not gonna lie, Black Ops 1, you know, that era was the shit, man. But yeah, you know, the G11 was my go-to gun, and then with Black Ops 2, you know, the M8, and then Black Ops 3, of course, you know, the M8, M8A1, I believe it's called. Yeah, I was always just a huge fan of, you know, burst weapons, and with the operator mod, that kind of gives me that you know, that nostalgia feeling, you know, just to burst one. But it is 4 bullets, which is pretty cool as in itself. And I believe Infinite Warfare also had like a 4 burst gun. I can't really remember what that gun was called because I haven't played Infinite Warfare in such a long time. But yeah, that's when once you unlock the operator mod for the GKS, then it can become pretty fun. It kind of reminds me of the Pokemon Bagon. If you guys know Pokemon, I believe it's the 3rd generation in the anime. This Bagon was like a little dragon Pokemon. He always wanted to fly, right?
Well, Bagon, how did you like your first flight? Bagon!
No way!
Yes.
So the GKS kind of reminds me of a Bagon. After the 3rd stage, a Bagon evolves to the Salamence, and he gets his wings, and he can fly now and do all that stuff. The GKS is basically the Bagon. Once you unlock the, you know, the operator mod, then it becomes the Salamence, and then fully becomes the assault rifle it always wants to be. It always wants to be, right? Because it's pretty much just a hybrid of that. It's a hybrid gun, and it definitely has its misses and, you know, his hits. You know, with, like I mentioned, the accuracy is pretty scary, pretty dead on, but the, you know, the firepower and everything kind of leaves a lot to be desired. But it's still a pretty solid SMG. I definitely won't say it's the strongest SMG in the game. Definitely not for the base SMGs that came from the game, and definitely not from the DLCs. You know, obviously we all know the VMP, the Micro MG, the Switchblade. All those guns are pretty unbalanced and unfair, so I'm not gonna really, you know, take a jab at this, you know, the GKS, because again, you know, even the SOG and the Spitfire at times have a hard time with, you know, the VMP and the fucking Micro MG. So of course, you know, that's just how it is. You know, DLCs are always going to be kind of overpowered, especially in Black Ops 4. They're completely unbalanced and unfair, and the only way you can compete with those is if you use the VMP yourself. So yeah, so I'm just sticking strictly to like the base SMGs that came with the game. And again, even with that, I feel like the Spitfire and the SOG are still a little bit better than this gun. Of course, with the SOG, as we know, with the operator mod, with the dual wedge stuff, it's pretty annoying. And with the Spitfire, with this operator mod, with the fire thing, that is disgusting. Like the Spitfire with the operator mod can pretty much destroy every gun, even the VMP and the Micro MG, and that is insane. So of course, you know, it's definitely usable if you're someone that just wants to have accuracy and just wants to know that you're shooting all your shots and you're at least getting one shot on it. You know, because with the EKIS system in the game, you're most likely going to get points from that. So as long as you're just hitting the person one time, you're pretty much good, and this gun will definitely do that because it's super accurate. But with that being said, man, that's pretty much all I can really say about this gun. It's a lot of fun. It definitely isn't the worst gun I've used so far, but it's definitely one of those guns I probably won't use unless, you know, there's like a unique situation where I kind of have to use it for like hit glitching or something like that. But since it is Black Ops 4, no one really plays objective games anyway, so this probably is going to be one of those guns I'm just going to pretty much delete from my class systems and get the next one. But yeah, with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about the GKS. Is this gun one of your favorite guns, one of your favorite go-to guns? Definitely let me know in the comment section. Maybe I'm just wrong in my opinion, but yeah, that's pretty much my take on the GKS. Pretty fun, pretty weird gun, but still pretty enjoyable. But with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time of your day to watch this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, peace out.